All right, welcome back to Serve Sundays, and today is a different episode. I have to watch what I say because it's currently just me on the podcast, and then our special guest is Cozy.
Hi, I'm Matt Cozy. I'm a YouTuber, streamer, doer of things, and my lovely friend Tim invited me on the Serve Sunday podcast today, and I'm so excited. And I definitely didn't just wake up. It's a fun times.
What is your social media handles?
Shit, wait. On Twitter and Instagram, it's at MTTCZY because I couldn't get Matt Cozy. It's pending. And if you look up Matt Cozy on pretty much like YouTube, Twitch, like you'll find me.
All right. Yeah, so as you guys heard, he's like a streamer and stuff like that, kind of like me. And he actually took like a what was it, 2-month hiatus kind of thing.
Yeah, it's shaping up to be about like a month and a half hiatus, but it might as well be 2 months. I've been working on a series of videos, as you know, since you're like a big part of them and stuff like that. I don't know, like I really shouldn't have taken the 2 months off, but it's been like a good time to reflect and really think about what I want to make and the content that I want to do. You know, everybody uses excuses as like, yo, I'm going to take a break, just get my mind together, get the right type of content in mind. But like, I don't know, I could have uploaded, but I feel like it would have like watered down things a lot and I would have just uploaded like out of my ass.
Yeah. And like, you know, I'm on a lot of the behind the scenes and I'm seeing you and you're just like, I see like how much footage you're working with and stuff like that. Like, like it's a lot. So
it's an overwhelming amount of footage. I mean, like you've seen the videos we've recorded. Like it's absurd between the footage, the audio, like getting the concept out there, and then trying to control Steven for more than 20 minutes at a time. Like it's been an overwhelming experience. But like, yeah, no, it's pretty much like because I normally do gaming content, as you know. And it's like switching up to much more IRL type stuff and just, I don't know, getting me out there, and it doesn't matter what map and what game and what gun that I'm using, you know, like it's me and my friends.
Yeah, it's like instead of what map, what gun am I using and stuff, it's like what am I doing today kind of thing.
Yeah, and it's like it's gonna like open up the content a lot because like I like gaming and I like Call of Duty and like I like all that stuff, but I've never like it's not like a part of me. Like a lot of streamers and a lot of YouTubers who do gaming stuff would describe themselves as gamers. Like if you did like a bullet point list of like, oh, what am I, like a personal resume, I would not put gamer in there. Really? Like I just wouldn't. Like I don't play enough video games. I don't think about video games unless I'm streaming, and I don't even think of COD that much, and that's my favorite game.
Yeah.
So it's more of like a medium that I was using rather than something I'm passionate about.
Would you have ever considered yourself a gamer though?
Yes. Yeah, for sure. Like from the ages of like 5 all the way till probably like 17.
Okay.
And as soon as I turned 18, I was like,
I'm a new man.
Like I'm an adult now, adulterson, and I pay taxes. No, but like I like video games but I just like don't really care about them, if that makes any sense. I'll always play video games. Like I'll be like 50, I'll be that guy playing. Yeah. I'll probably still be playing whatever Call of Duty's out at that time, but I just don't really. I could take it or leave it.
Okay, because like I've mentioned on this podcast before, I was kind of like in the same boat as you, like kind of getting sick of the gaming content and stuff like that. But I think for myself, I would still consider myself like a gamer. And
that like definitely that fits for you because you play like 5 or 6 different games.
Yeah.
Like I've only played COD for the last decade of my life. I still love it. Like I still love Call of Duty, and if I play a video game, that's probably the one I'm gonna want to play.
Shut up.
Oh, you're talking about how you only play Call of Duty and stuff like that.
Yeah. Like I love COD, and it's a great game to me. I like it. I think it's kind of like Super Mario, and that'll always be around. I think it's like a culture concept, but That doesn't mean that has to be everything I do.
Yeah, I totally agree. And like it seems like you're kind of proud of the new content that you're coming out. Like you have one project that you're just not gonna tell anybody about, not even us.
Yeah, because it's like a compilation of like 6 different videos, but there's one thing I want to keep to myself. I'm not sure if I'm gonna publish it, honestly. I may end up uploading it at a later date. Because after I make this series, after I drop it, I'm just gonna, like I told you, I'm gonna be uploading like twice a week.
Yeah.
The same style of content, just not in a project format unless I have a specific vision for something. I'm thinking of doing like a project every time something big is happening or every time something's going to change. Because, like I change my content so much. So often I change what I'm doing and like the direction I'm going in. But that's what keeps me like creatively sharp.
Yeah.
So it's, I don't know, like it'll keep me creatively inspired to like keep like tweaking things.
Okay. Yeah, because this man has gone from like upload from what was like your first video actually that you like uploaded?
Like first ever?
Yeah. Was that the Nerf one?
So I had like this like little like lever action like pump shotgun thing. It was like a plastic little toy gun that I got from Pennsylvania. And I'm sitting there staring into my camera and I'm like, all right, guys, I just got a model 1887. Let me show you. And I like do like a flip with it. I throw it in the air and then it like hits me in the head and it actually like really hurt in the moment. I remember that. And I was on Xbox Live with my friend Greg. Shout out to Greg. And we came up with the concept for the video in like 10 seconds and I just went to go record it, pretending that I called in a care package and got like a kill streak. And it was so unbelievably cringe. But that was phase 1 of my content. So I actually started out with a lot of IRL content.
Oh, okay.
And then went to gaming. And then went to like personality gaming. Then went back to gaming. And then now I'm kind of just wanting to be Matt Cozy again.
So it's kind of gone like a little bit full circle.
Exactly. Yeah, no, like it's because it's like I start like literally the first series I ever started on my channel was called you don't even know this. It was called Ask Matt. And it was a Q&A series where people would ask me questions and then I would put them in the next episode. Never took off. I made 2 episodes. The first one was asking for questions and the second one was me being a little pissed off I got no questions. And then we scrapped it. But yeah, it was Ask Matt. So maybe I'll bring that back.
Yeah, definitely bring it back. And if you can find like the old videos, like try and wear the same clothing. and then like that could be the first one, and then the second one could just be you reacting to both of them side by side.
Now, actually I don't have access to any of those videos anymore because my YouTube account got hacked by my friend freaking Stunt Boy. I'm calling him out right now. Stuntboy123. You know what you did, Kyle. He literally logged into my YouTube account and then deleted it and then he brought it back like he's some big hero because I didn't know that it was him. And I was like, wow, Kyle, how'd you get my YouTube channel? He was like, oh, I just contacted YouTube for you. But then I eventually found out that he hacked into it and then deleted everything. But so all those relics are gone.
Damn. Wow.
I would have loved to love those videos.
I feel like your mom would have them like saved somewhere though. You know, like
no, they
I don't
weren't
know.
on like the family computer or anything. Like they were on my like old little crappy laptop.
You had a laptop when you were 5 years old.
That wasn't when I was 5. The hell?
Did you say your first video was when you were 5? No. Oh no, that's when you started playing video games.
That would be wild.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was like, bro, it took me like until I was 13 to ask my mom for a laptop. And even then it was like some shitty like black off-brand notebook laptop that I could barely even run Flash games on.
Yeah, no, my first laptop was a $200 one from Best Buy. It was like a Toshiba. It was really, really bad, bro. Like I couldn't even play Club Penguin on it. But yeah, no, I was 12 when I got mine.
Okay. And by the way, guys, I don't know why I slammed my desk like that, but this is he's part of like our friend group, and like we said on multiple different podcasts, like a lot of our friends are basically like our family. Like he's been to many different family get-togethers and stuff like that. Everybody knows him. My mom asks about him and stuff like that. He sleeps over whenever he needs to. It's like, so that's why he's actually here right now, because we like had like a little get together, and he wind up sleeping over, and he he woke up and he's like, all right, bro, let me know about the podcast. And I was like, what do you mean? I just woke up so that we can record it. And he's like, okay, so then let's do it. And then, like, our friend Rennert's here. He was going to drive him home. And I was like, Cozy, do you not remember anything about last night?
I do not remember that conversation at all, dude. That was... Wow, I must have, like, just lapses in memory, man. That's crazy. That's wild, man. That's...
Because, like, Lewis came out into the living room, and he's like, yo, we got to record a podcast tomorrow. And I turned to Cozy, and I was like, yo, what are you doing tomorrow? He's like, yeah, I could do the podcast. I could probably swing by around like 6. And then me and Lewis just looked at each other and we were like, 6? Because like obviously this needs to go out by 3. Yeah. And then you were just confused.
Now I'm remembering.
Yeah, this. There you go. And so we woke up. And then I also told him that I could drive him home because he doesn't have a car or something like that.
Yeah. No, I got my brakes changed and like I don't know, my brake light fixed and all that. So now I'm essentially trapped here. So you're like, oh, you want to ride home, Cozy? You better be on my podcast.
Yeah. But yeah, and stuff like that too. Like we're literally like a family. I think we stopped talking for about like 9 months because I had a girlfriend and I was like, yeah, no, she doesn't like you, fuck you, the stereotypical teenager boy thing to do.
Yeah. I'm glad we got that out of the way when we were 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was a sad period of time. Like this friend group really is like a family. Like I was actually thinking about it the other day when I was at the gym. Like that's usually when I do a lot of my thinking and like meditative like thinking. And I was like, wow, like I'm an only child. Like I don't have any like siblings. I don't have any like blood brothers or anything like that. But the friend group like genuinely feels like a family. Like if I was like down on my luck, I feel like I would get like almost the same treatment that like, because like a lot of you guys have siblings. I feel like I would get almost the same treatment that you guys would give your siblings. And I'm like, wow, so I'm really not like an only child. Because I think I'm one of the only people in the friend group that is an only child, just me and like Christian.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know, like I've always like wanted to have like siblings and stuff like that. So the fact that we have like such a tightly knit friend group that eventually comes back together after 9 months is like really I don't know. I feel like a lot of people don't have that. A lot of people could just like have a lot of medium like 5 out of 10 friendships, and I feel like this entire friend group is a lot of like 8, 9, and 10s.
Yeah, exactly. And like if anybody needs anything, we all feel comfortable enough to do it. Like with our friend Amos, I remember one time he like spilled coffee or something like that all on his white t-shirt at college, and he called me at like 9 a.m. and he was like, yo, can you go to my house and grab a t-shirt and drop it off to me at college?
Really?
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, sure. Why not?
Bro, I never heard that story. That's like really clutch.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like another time was, do you remember when I was hanging out with this girl I was dating, and then her car just like ran out of gas at like 2 a.m.
Oh, yeah.
In the dead of winter. So I'm walking to 7-Eleven to get like a gas can. And I'm texting my mom, like, hey, like, there's an issue. Can you come help me? And I turned out to like, accidentally text you. Like, I swear that no BS, that was completely an accident. I guess we'd been texting recently or something like that. We were, like, starting to, like, become friends again and stuff like that. You were like, nah, bro, I'll come through. And I'm like, are you sure? I could, like, definitely ask my mom. And you were like, nah, bro, I got it. And that was, like, one of the most clutch things ever. Because then, like, you ended up meeting Minnow. And it was wild. Like a lot of things happened that night that like maybe could have changed some things.
Yeah, and keep in mind this entire time when he was like walking to 7-Eleven and stuff like that, he is a member of AAA. So He didn't need to call anybody except for AAA to do that.
That was when I first got my AAA card. I was so nervous to use it. Like I just didn't like. I was like, Dad, I don't need AAA. It's fine. Like I'll just call like my friends or call Mom or something. And he was like, No, I'm gonna get you AAA so that you can like get everything together and you're gonna be fine. And I'm like, I don't want to talk to people. That involves talking to people I don't already know. But yeah, no, that I guess AAA could have completely fixed that scenario. But
yeah, and but he still doesn't use his AAA. I think I've used it more than him.
You are the sole user of my AAA. I have only used it once, and it wasn't on the side of the road or anything. It was just my tire went flat. So then I just called it to my house, and then they changed it, and then I couldn't tip them, and I tried to tip them with wine. And they made fun of my drinking choices. And then left.
I didn't know that you were supposed to tip them.
Yeah, no,
Shit.
I was like, yo, is it sorry, this is embarrassing, guys, but is it customary to tip? And the guy was like, yeah, I mean, some people do it. And so I was like, okay, well, I don't have money, but I have this giant bottle of wine that I'm not gonna drink. Do you guys want that? And the guy was like, no, we don't drink that. We don't drink that shit. And I was like, okay, well then you don't get a tip either. And then I left. But they know where I live, so they could have just like slashed my tire.
Yeah, but then you could have just called them to fix it for you.
Oh, the cycle of them slashing my tires out of like frustration and then them fixing them. No, that would be crazy. See, like we said, everything comes full circle.
Yeah, just like your YouTube channel and AAA and stuff like that. Bro, and then and I know Lewis has been like pushing a bunch of Gary V content on you with your content. How do you feel about that since he's not in the room and he's definitely not gonna watch his podcast?
Well, you know, everybody knows that I specifically hate Lewis a lot. But I've actually been doing a lot of thinking about like the Gary V style like content where like you put out like 8 posts a day on like every social media and like I don't know, get like pushing out a ton of content. And honestly, I like that format. I think it like works, but I don't really think I have it in me to do it for my own. I don't think that's the only way to win.
Yeah.
I definitely think like you don't have to literally be the center of attention on everybody's Instagram like timeline. Like when I scroll through my Instagram timeline, I will see Lewis 16 times in a row, which is awesome because like that's my entire timeline. But like for me, I just don't think I have that type of content coming out where I can, you know, post things like that like super consistently. I could post 1 time a day, even twice if there's a lot happening. But I don't think I can go much further than that. But I love Gary Vee, you know that. Like I've been literally like watching and listening to Gary Vee for I think close to almost 2 years now. And I had initially like pushed him onto you when like you started streaming and like we like got like super like hyped up and stuff like that. And I think it works. I think Gary Vee's awesome. I think like I don't know, he's a good template for people to follow. But I take bits and pieces of his formula. I don't take it all.
And like Lewis has this magic power of being able to take one piece of content and turn it into like 5, you know. Like
I've seen those New York City photos 800 times.
Which like not gonna lie, they're like really nice pictures, and he's the one that takes them too, which I was like very shocked because I had no clue that he had that in him, to be honest. Yeah, like all the different angles and stuff like that. Like I was pretty shocked. But then like I know like with the podcast, he winds up like making this into like literally at least 1 post every single day, if not more. You know, with his Instagram, he posts like a clip on Instagram. And then maybe later that day, he'll post like a picture on Instagram. And it's like, it made me think, and I was like, wow, you know, like if he's able to do that, then I could probably do that as well.
Yeah.
But then I was talking to him, and a lot of it's just like scheduling, whether it's like scheduling it like in the actual app itself or just having everything written down on like a notepad, like in his phone and stuff like that, just so that he can copy and paste it and stuff like that.
Yeah, no. It's like, it's definitely a formula that works. And it's like, I definitely take notes from it, you know, because like it definitely like I could do a stream and then cut that up into like 18 different content pieces.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know, like for the vision I have for my content, I don't want to be the center of attention on everybody's timeline like 100 times in a row, which I think it's admirable, but I think some people might get like a little frustrated with it.
Yeah, I feel like with a little bit more of like the content creation side, like people will get sick of you more.
Yeah.
Because it's not like it's just like a clothing brand with you where like they're going to go buy something. It's you're trying to promote yourself and for them to watch you more. But if they already see you like 10 times a day, and then they're going to go watch your video and stuff like that, they might get like sick of you a little bit quicker.
Yeah, exactly. And like with, for example, like I love Gary Vee, but there was a time where I was sick of seeing him on my timeline and I would not look at any of his posts. I would scroll right on past. Like I would just go right past, wouldn't watch any of his videos. Like, and the only way I kept up with him was on Twitter because he's not that active on Twitter. So, but like that, not to knock it, there's just like a balance between it. Like instead of 5 content pieces a day, one would be plenty for me.
Yeah.
And then like use like the Instagram story feature to post a lot of stuff. So because it's like optional to see.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
But that's just personal preference. That's just how I feel.
All right. Well, I guess we should end that here. Thank you for being on the podcast, Cozy.
Oh, it's been a pleasure. This is the favorite podcast I've ever been on. You guys need to be watching this every week.
You heard it here first with the major influencer who said that. My name is Tim. You can find me on any social media at KittenKideh, KITTENKITTEHH.
And I'm Cozy. You look up Matt Cozy on anything, you'll probably find me. I don't know. Like I'm about to put out a lot of content in about a week. So just keep your eye on YouTube. Just look up Matt Cozy. I'll be there.
Yeah, definitely go check him out. But yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Peace out.